Hey, good morning, folks. Chad here, Vancouver Scrap Metal. Just wanted to touch on some things this morning before we get carried away here. And go outside and try to clean up whatever mess has been left behind by the other workers that didn't finish the job. But I'm not going to complain about people today. But I did want to talk to you guys a little bit about some common sense here. There's been a voice in my head I keep hearing. I'm not sure if it's the voice of God or what, but keeps telling me to melt it down, melt it down, melt it down. I will. I'm doing my best I can. I'm trying to melt every fucking piece of metal I can get my hands on down. It's hard to do that when the price of steel goes down and the price of brass and copper goes down. So what can I do? I can sit on it, or I can start collecting glass. Look at that. Isn't that nice? It's a snail as a kettle. But of course, you know, I have the best fans out there and the most articulate fans in the world out there watch my show, I'm sure. But I think that will look quite good there. What do you think, Samson? Yes, it will. So anyways, yeah, what was I going to touch on? The voice of God. The voice of God, it turns out maybe is just schizophrenia. Could be all that it is. Ingrained, plain old, good old schizophrenia. It's not even your own voice, it's somebody else's that you think you're hearing. It's probably schizophrenia. Time to see a doctor. But I've been able to control mine with taking drugs and drinking. And I'm not suggesting that people self-medicate, but give that a shot first before you go see a doctor if I were you. Because nobody likes to fucking go into treatment now, do they? It's not something we like to do here at the scrap metal facility. We try to actually encourage that kind of behavior with our employees as well, as long as they're stable enough to be at work for the day. But you know, we by doing the things that me and Larry used to do, you know, by doing that kind of stuff, we get to see inside of other things, you know, you could say. And one of the epiphanies I had the other day, well, not really, I read this by somebody else, but kind of made me think, what am I? Do I create my own reality? Am I an actor? Or am I just reading the book and following the script? So it goes like this. It says, people like you are still living in what we call the reality-based community. Now, what is a reality-based community? Well, we know one thing. It's not the gay-based community. It's not the lesbian-based community, the heterosexual-based community. It's the reality-based community. So what reality is what the matrix and what people consider the norm. Because reality we all can create our own reality, but the reality, let's face it, is very connected to an environment's norm, for that matter, right? Where you are, what the normal behavior is of the reality of what goes on. So, in what we call the reality-based community. So that means average people. Average people. They believe that solutions emerge from the judicious study of discernible reality. So what that means is they live their lives by the very careful study of what they can take apart and what they can't take apart in reality, right? That's not the way the world at work really works anymore, you know. It isn't. What is easy to take apart and what's not easy to take apart is not what it is. Is what that says. We're an empire now, and we all know what empire means. And we are. There's no question about it. We just don't know. This does not say what kind of empire we are. This empire word is, it's very similar to the Roman Empire, but the context is quite different. The empire now is the corporation. It has its own entity, right? But when we act, we create our own reality. So there's groups of us who do that, and there's groups of people who don't understand that at all. And while you are all studying and that reality, judiciously mind you, you will all act again and it won't be right because we have already created another new reality. Catch my drift? Which you can study again. And that's how these things work out, folks. You know, it's you know, we're history's actors, and you all of you, and that means everyone is, will be left to just study what we do. And that's how it goes. Okay? We are history's actors, and the rest of you folks will be left to just study what we do. And I'm not trying to say anything good or bad about anything, because good or bad technically doesn't exist. Okay? Now, I know I got the smartest fans out there that watch my show. And, well, the smarter anyways. I wouldn't say they're the smartest ones because they're watching my show right now. Just joking. But, I want you guys to read that over and over again and perceive it and see what you think. You see something inside there that I missed? Send me a wacky letter. Send me a wacky picture. What do you think it's about? You know? You know, having an earthquake, everybody should have an earthquake kit. Some people's earthquake kit might consist of a couple of condoms, right? Well, another person's may consist of having water. Or another person's might consist of actually having tools, right? You know, using their brain. So we're all different. Let me know what you guys think of that and send me something about it, okay? Now, I was going to move on about another subject, but I'm going to have a break and have a cigarette. Unless you guys want to watch me smoke cigarettes.